I work with nearly 3,000 talented American and Indians who make this probably the second largest mission now in the world of the United States, and traditionally what has been the largest mission of any two countries together. This is a moment in which India is trying to figure out who she is in the world. It's also a moment when America is trying to figure out who we are in the world. And then, to complicate it even more, the U.S. and India are trying to figure out who we are together. And now suddenly I'm living that dream. President Biden asked me to consider serving. He said, this is the most important country in the world to me. I think something that no American president has ever uttered in the history of our two countries. In the first 5 months of my time as ambassador, we'll have had a state visit. And those of you who follow diplomacy know if you can get 2 or 3 agreements out of a state visit, that's pretty successful. We had 131 different things that we were talking, from technology to trade, from the environment to women's empowerment, from small businesses to space. We used to say the sky's the limit, but now that we're working together in space, not even the sky is the limit. From the seabed to the heavens, the US and India are a force for good and a powerful force to move this world forward. 4 million people, who represent 1% of the population of America, are now 6% of the tax base. They are 10% of Fortune 500 CEOs, the old joke which you couldn't succeed if you were Indian as a CEO, now you have to be Indian to be a CEO in America. But everybody, whether it's business, higher education, government in America now wants to know India. India is the center of the universe, and the India-American relationship, as I said, is not only a force for good, but a force for positive change in a world that badly needs it. Capitalism is like water. It flows to where the lowest points are. And there's still a lot of barriers here. There's a lot of unpredictability. People aren't sure if the rules are going to change. I'm just speaking these truths because when I speak to CEOs, American CEOs, all of them want to be here more than ever before, but it's kind of one foot in. It's not both feet in yet, because they want to wait and see. It will take 20 years of work for the United States and India to actually get this right. To do the climate crisis and to get green hydrogen, renewable energy storage, carbon sequestration together. It'll take 20 years for us to get quantum, to define what the contours of AI, which the Prime Minister jokingly said is America and India, not just artificial intelligence. The t-shirt, I don't know if you guys saw the t-shirt, I printed that t-shirt and I threw it to the President on the last second. He said, am I supposed to give this to the Prime Minister? I said, sure, why not? And suddenly they were holding it, and it's kind of the new way of looking at how we can define the morality of technology. Personally, I don't think a president has ever talked about visas in any country before. President Biden spoke to me about visas and said, speed them up. We've cut from the slowest time. We're now 2/3 faster and 1/3 more visas than pre-pandemic. But as nice as those statistics are, there's still people waiting in certain categories for far too long. Part of that then was building capacity. We announced during the state visit 2 more consulates will open, Bengaluru and in Ahmedabad. Thank you all so much. I know we could talk for another hour. Appreciate you all.